to another episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth Now. In the last episode, we had a horrible time. We've actually been having a horrible time in the league in general lately. When you actually look at the bottom there, you'll see that we've actually only won one of our last 7 league games, and that was an away game. We've actually not won a home game. Well, we lost at home to QPR, we lost at home to Southampton, we drew at home to Leicester, we lost at home to Stoke. We've just not been very good. It's as simple as that. It's kind of all just caught up with us, and it's a massive shame because I really felt that this season, once we got to sort of, well, where are we? When the wheels fell off. Once we'd beaten Chelsea in that away game, I figured, right, we could really, really go for the title. You know, look at that run we had back in sort of October through till December, where we just won every game and were phenomenal in so doing. And we've been a lot tighter this year at the back, and we've still got that attacking threat going forward. It's just been one of those things where we haven't quite had enough to maybe challenge for the title. But then going from 10th place to title challenge, we're still not technically out of the title race at the moment, even now, although it is very, very unlikely, as you'll see this month through some of the fixtures we've had. Let's just dive straight on into these bad boys. Milton Peralta, by the way, is up for Young Player of the Year, it would seem, and I would really, really think he's got a good shot of winning it. So first game of the month was absolutely, this was like a sigh of relief as a football match, basically, if you can think of it like that. Sorry, my mouse just froze there for some weird reason. It was a collective sigh of relief. There was, I mean, we very nearly messed this one up too. I mean, not quite to the level we have in previous games. Like, when Milton Peralta put us in front, and Milton Peralta, oh, cometh the man, cometh the moustache, seriously. Cometh the moment, cometh the man, cometh the moustache, and whatever. Yeah, Peralta was superb in this game. He was pretty much the reason we won this. He just does such a good job in that centre mid role. I'm astonished with how good of a signing he's actually proved to be. He makes some lovely runs here. Griffiths slides him through. Griffiths was also excellent in this game. Puts the ball through for Peralta, who makes it 1-0 to us on 16 minutes. Then, a few minutes later, well, just after half-time, rather, Kieran Griffiths wins us a penalty, so another assist for him, and Peralta dispatches it with aplomb. That made it 2-0, and I was thinking, right, we're 2-0 up away from home, we're doing well, dominating the game. Naturally, that's exactly when things start to go a little bit wrong in most things, and that's exactly what happened. Mertens with this, I mean, come on, goalkeeper should be doing better than that. That was Hull's only shot on target of the entire game, but it went in, and we need to try and cut that out of the game. Thankfully, just after that, we did get a little bit of a relief when we managed to put ourselves back into a 2-goal advantage and wrap up a well-deserved away win. But look at this, I mean, it was some scrappy stuff. We still don't look very assured of ourselves at the moment, but we're starting to get a bit better now. And you'll notice that Ali Burrell was on the pitch at this point, which was glorious to see. He just, now that he's back, he's also back out injured again, by the way, guys. Like, he came back and then he got injured in training. Griffiths now with the ball and loses it, but Griffiths has also had a superb month. We're seeing a bit more of the Griffiths of 2 years ago when he was our player of the season by an absolute mile and got all those ridiculous amounts of goals in the Premier League. Watch this, ball through from Griffiths, Burrell picks it up, round one man, round a second man, great finish from him, lovely old job. 3-1 Pompey, what more do you want? So, right, we move along. In our next match, and why is my mouse going so weird? Right. It was a great win for us, and that's exactly what we needed to get ourselves back on track. Unfortunately, we then had a home game, and it was against Manchester United, and we couldn't repeat the feat that we managed earlier in the season, unfortunately. And that's not to say that we didn't come close in some respects, because if you actually look at the stats for this game, like, okay, we didn't have that many shots compared to them, but they were shooting from all over the place. We were playing quite a defensive system. We had 4 clear-cut chances to 2 against them in this game, and I think we were very unlucky not to get something from this game. They may have had lots of shots, but they were all bark and no bite when it came to those kind of situations. If you actually look at the goals they scored, it just, yeah, it's a shame. Millington missed a couple of really good opportunities, unfortunately. And thing is, we were behind very, very early on in this one. It's a little bit unfortunate the way the ball just ricocheted through and Lamela was able to slot that through. And at this point I'm thinking, Christ, if we lose this, we've got a tough away trip to Everton in the next game. Stoke and Chelsea are absolutely flying. I think Stoke have won about 7 in a row. They really are pushing for the 4th spot. Chelsea might not be able to get it off of them. Then of course on 70 minutes now, ball play through him, Mata, look at that for a strike. I mean, what can you do about that? Close them down more maybe, but I've already got the instructions set to do that and they just didn't do it. You know, and then of course, if you remember when we played at Old Trafford a couple of seasons ago, we lost quite heavily, but Kieran Griffiths got us a couple of goals in that game. And in this game, it was a relatively similar thing. For some reason, he just seems to be able to pop up. He's had an absolutely wonderful month, seriously. That was his 3rd goal of the season. He's not got many, That was the first goal he scored for a while, but I'm hoping that next year, if he can stay fit, he will finally start to realise that potential. And he'll get to play in Europe with us too, so that's going to be awesome. Griffiths again, it loses the ball, unfortunately, this time, and it's then a simple breakaway here. Thiago, Lamela, and you kind of know what's happening once the ball gets in this situation. It's just whipped back across the box by Thiago and put into an empty net by Adnan Januzaj. Shame, because we were actually starting to play really well at that point. It looked like we were going to get an equaliser. Disappointing, but shit happens. It's Man United after all, and they are still probably going to win this league. And then it came, but we still managed to get another one back and ended up making at least goal difference wise, keeping things steady. Great takedown from Taylor. They're balling. Burrell drops it short, and it comes back, and Griffiths slots into pretty much an empty net himself for his 4th goal of the season. And just a good old month he's been having. I really think he can win Premier League Player of the Month this month for his performances. In our next game, we needed to step up, and oh my goodness, did we? This was crucial. Like, against Everton, we had a goal disallowed early on in this one, and they were looking quite dangerous. They had a couple of goals disallowed in this one too, and 72 minutes into the game, I'm thinking, oh, Jesus. Because we knew that if, we lost here, there was serious trouble, and we could really end up potentially not even getting Champions League because of the way that Stoke and Chelsea were both absolutely flying up behind us, and we just had to try and limp over the line. And the whole City win gave us a bit of confidence, but I knew that we needed to get back to winning ways. And away at 11th place Everton was going to be a really, really tough one. Thankfully, Millington with this beautiful ball through and Jed Wallace smashing it home. And we managed to hold on in the end. I mean, we had more clear-cut chances than them in this game, but it still could have gone either way. And it went our way. And we kept a clean sheet as well, which was great to see. And that win for me just gave us a little bit more confidence. And I think that, as much as some other results later on this season could potentially decide things, I think this one was a turning point for us because it got us a tough away win in a game that I wasn't expecting us to win. And I think that gave us the confidence to play as well as we did going into this game against Fulham. And I mean, wow, we were just glorious against Fulham. They really didn't deserve the 2 goals, if I'm honest. We had 8 clear-cut chances in this one, and we were just phenomenal. And it started off very, very quickly in this one. Lovely ball out wide for Jefferson Rios. But watch Kieran Griffiths here, just bombing forward here, just busting a gut more than Millington, straight across there, Griffiths. And that is what that man does. And that's what we've missed from him. It's his 5th goal of the season. And, well, that's 3 in 3 games for him now. And that's what we kind of miss from him in not having him around. That kind of bust a gut kind of behaviour. Musonda does that, but he's more creative. Not that Griffiths isn't creative, because you should see the amount of assists he's picking up in the games that he's playing. I think he got an assist in this game too. Then, unfortunately, bad defending led that Leo Dumont was able to equalise for Fulham on 26 minutes, which was disappointing because they'd done nothing in the game at this point, and I was starting to worry that we might end up being a bit complacent. But then we managed to come back from that. Griffiths, ball on the edge of the box here, lovely takedown. Horrible tackle on him, but he won the ball. And I thought, oh God, because you know what happens when you see the breakaway from the corner, you think, right, they're going to score. What a tackle that is from Marcelo. Unfortunately, Fulham kept the ball, but this long ball here, Gray has been absolutely imperious at times. He is pacey as hell, and that is what you want from a centre-back sometimes. He might not be able to jump that high, but my God, it means that we can play a high line, and I think that's part of the reason why we've been successful, because he and Lopez Souza might not be the best in the air, and Francois as well, but they are pacey as hell, which means that players can't get in behind us as easily. Taylor's ball across here, just drops it short for Ivantic, who got forward, drops it in there, and Griffiths with another goal, this time another brace for Kieran Griffiths. He is just on fire this season, or not this season, but this month he's been the sort of man he's been our Steven Gerrard type of player, the sort of player that grabs the team by the scruff of the neck and says, right, we're not having that crap. We're going to try and get some results. And that's exactly what he did. Taylor out wide here, drops it across. Wallace out wide here. Marcelo knocks it around the corner. Wallace whips it across. Rios brings it down, and Griffiths into an empty net. Well, not an empty net. It's a good finish from him, actually. A hat-trick in 36 minutes for the lad. And you could not ask for a better performance from him. Of course, he then won a penalty, which means he got an assist on that, which Sam Manton put away to make it 4-1 to Portsmouth. And, well, we were cruising at this point now. In the second half, I kind of figured we'd kick off from that, but Fulham actually got themselves, well, not a lucky goal, but I was just a little disappointed with the way it was scored, because I thought we were going to break away here, but Reyes manages to win it back here. Emerson Heinemann there in the midfield, Fada, AU, drops it through, and Heinemann, presumably the guy from Mythbusters, although he's not bald, whoa, puts it, oh, Nicholas Christensen, I thought it was Heinemann. Anyway, then, just to cap things off, ball in there, and Millington's not scored for a few games, so it was nice to see him get on the score sheet in this one. 22nd goal of the season for him, and a good assist from Rios, who is coming along nicely as a player. We've got options on that left-hand side now. They are getting there. It was good. and that's given us the confidence. Now, here's how the league stands. We are guaranteed Europa League. So we have guaranteed ourselves European football, but I am not satisfied with that. The way it is at the moment, as you can see, Man United are 6 points clear of us with 2 games to go. They've won. They're ahead of us. They're probably going to win the league, just barely. Just because that defence has really been the key for them here. Like, City have conceded quite a few more goals than Man United, but Chelsea have just not scored enough. I think that's Chelsea's problem. Though they have played less games than some of the other teams. So there's that also. What I would say is that we are 4 points clear of Stoke and 7 clear of Chelsea, but Chelsea do have a game in hand, and they're playing Sheffield United today, so it stands to reason they're probably going to win that. The Blades are already relegated. You'll notice that Liverpool are in some trouble again. They got themselves out of trouble, but they're playing away at Norwich, 7th place Norwich today, and I cannot see them winning that. And, well, I mean, there's always a chance that Newcastle could leapfrog them, and Liverpool could potentially get relegated this season, which would be a massive shock. Basically, the way things are now, if we win against Huddersfield Town in today's game, we are in the Champions League next season. That would wrap up 3rd place for us, no matter what happens, because we'd be 4 points clear of Chelsea and Stoke with 1 game left. Now, Stoke happen to be playing away at Manchester United today, which means that we can potentially wrap up 4th place even if we lose away at Huddersfield today, which I really, really would like to not do. We should be winning this and putting things in our own hand, but the fact is there's a lot of things that could go well for us today, so I think we might be able to wrap up Champions League football today. Fingers crossed, touch wood, because it could all still go tits up for us, as you know well with this game. The form that Stoke are in at the moment is unbelievable. I don't know if you can just see their last few games, but so 6-0 over Liverpool, 3-1 over QPR, 3-1 over Spurs. They lost again at home to Chelsea, but then beat us, beat Leicester City, beat Arsenal, beat Southampton. Look, they haven't even conceded a goal in 5 Premier League matches, but they do have, and they've got Everton away on the last day of the season, so, tough. Who have Chelsea got? I'm just going to check this because I'm kind of curious here. I think they've also got some Champions League. Yeah, they're actually playing in the Champions League final against Atletico, so there's more of that. They've got Sheffield United, Swansea and Norwich City. You'd feel that they'll probably win all of those, and that is why we've got to win. We need to win one of our last 2 games, basically. I feel that's the key, and I hope to make it today, because I don't fancy us against Spurs on the last day. Although we are at home, you just never know with these things. So let's take a little look at the squad. Top goal scorer, of course, is Norman Millington with 22. He's tailed off a little bit this month. Burrell's got 13, of course. Milton Peralta with 9. Kieran Griffiths actually has 7 now. Musonda with 14 assists. Wallace also has 14. But look, Millington actually has 10 assists as well, which is good. Kieran Griffiths, 6 man of the matches. This man is a man of the match magnet. He's only started 16 games for us, which is like less than half of what the others have started mostly, and he's got 6 man of the match awards. When he starts, he just performs. Yellow cards, 10 for Watmore and Ivancic each, no more reds, and average rating, of course. Griffiths should be quite high up on that at the moment. Yeah, well, we've got so many people over 7, it's crazy. None of our starting 11, even Martinez. Oh no, he's still not quite there, which is a shame because I think he's actually done very, very well this year. Right. Let's get into this. Actually, no, that's not too bad. We can combat that with this is the sort of system that Hull played, and I can combat that with this system. It seems to work, so hopefully we've got enough players fit. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? The Holy Trinity is back. Griffiths, Peralta, Ivancic, and then Millington with Rios and Wallace. You'll notice that Rios is now starting to come along leaps and bounds as a player this season, having got that game time. He's sort of wrestled that position away from Kenneth McAvoy, and that's perfect because I really do want to keep Rios as that player and hope that he can really develop in that role now that he's nailed it. Now, Marcelo, Watmore and Lopez Sousa. Gray will be rested for this one, although I'm not entirely sure how clever an idea. I think we might need a little bit of height because it is going to be a bit of a slog. And Charlie Taylor. So a fairly strong team. And on the bench, we've not done badly. You know, Musonda's there and Lucarelli is a little bit better. I don't know who we've still got out injured. Is Ali? Oh, Ali Burrell is injured again, of course. That's about it. Actually, we're doing okay now. I think this could be the day, but we'll see. And I'm not going to jinx that. We are just going to throw everything at Huddersfield if we need to at times. I do want to see if we can try and hit 80 points. You know, it's just trying to see the maximum amount of points we can get, basically. We'll turn that on to 2D Classic. And we shall... Jackman. Oh, they've got Jordan Ibe. And Lassie Vegan. Now, remember, of course, I had some horrible games against Huddersfield, I think last season, towards the end. So there's always that chance. But I'm confident that with the system we're playing, it should be able to combat what they're doing. And I'm hoping our defenders can handle it. But you just never know. The game they could still we could still play much, much better than Huddersfield and still end up losing this. You know how the game can be sometimes. We've not had one of those for a little while. Actually, no, we had one against Man United. No, see, that's the thing. We've not had one of those games where we battered the opposition and still lose for a little while, and I just worry that this could be that game. Rios, Millington, can he knock it through for Wallace? Can he strike it? Oh, good save by Alex Smithies. Big chance after 10 minutes there for Pompey. Got to keep an eye on the Stoke game as well, because that is really, really important for us. Man United, a win for them. And the fact is, it could throw the title race open if they were to lose to Stoke. Especially if we win here and Stoke win at Old Trafford. Technically, it would actually, I think, propel us back into the title race, would you believe? Ball over the top here. Millington's through. Millington's through. Oh, he's at the... Oh, that's what I mean. Chances like that need to be put away. And it's a worry that we've started off with 2 really top chances in the first 10 minutes and not put them in the net. It looks like it could end up being another one of those type of games, and I really don't want one of those type of games again. Though we're not exactly dominating this one, we're just playing all right, but we've had the better chances. Man United are beating Stoke City. Philippe Basto, I never thought I'd be happy to see him scoring a goal. We are going to mark Ryan Murray. Right. It's not really working for us at the moment. But it's not working for us, if that makes sense. I would like to win here, though, just because Chelsea could cause us all kinds of problems if they keep on winning, and I sense that they might well do. So, with Stoke losing at the moment, it might be worth the risk around about 65 minutes to just try and go for the win here, to try and wrap up Champions League football today and just ignore what Chelsea have to do then, because then it puts our fate in our hands, and that's kind of what we need right now. Chelsea, again, aren't playing at the moment, which doesn't help. Peralta's picked up a knock, that's not good. We're not looking too bad here. We are still looking like the better side, but we're not getting as much possession as I'd like. Huddersfield are probably going to try and make some changes to go for this a little bit more now, so they might actually play into our hands, if anything. So, first change, I'm going to say... Oh, Peralta's looking a little bit worse for wear here. Right, okay. This is a risky one. Peralta's going to come off. He's looking a bit knackered, and I don't want to get him injured because we may well need him. I'm going to push Griffiths back into midfield, like centre mid, and bring on Charlie Musonda. So we're really keeping quite a strong lineup still, even with that. Wallace, we've got some players forward here. Somebody make a run. Flick around the corner. Griffiths, can he play him in? It's Peralta. Oh my goodness. Milton, you've got to put those in the net. He could have been a hero right before going off the pitch. That's 3-0 on clear-cut chances. We should be winning this game. You know, it's all very well wrapping up Champions League, but we really do need 3rd place Champions League rather than 4th. Wallace is through. Back it comes. Griffiths. Bomb call. Oh my goodness gracious me. Huddersfield 0. Pompey 1. Kieran Griffiths, genuinely, I'm comparing him to Steven Gerrard because that is how good of a sort of... he's not slipped or anything, but he just seems to have this knack now. This season, when we needed him most, he's popped up with, look at this for a strike. I mean, wow. That could be our Olympiakos moment. Oh, my screen has just gone off. That's really, really bizarre. Right, we're back. Hopefully that didn't affect the footage. It doesn't appear to have. It still seems to be recording, so that's all good. So 72 minutes on the clock here now, and we are a goal up. Oh, ball played through. Back across the box. Millington! And it's in the back of the net, and surely now Portsmouth are heading to the Champions League, and we're going to be doing it in 3rd place. 3rd in the Premier League in our 3rd season is pretty damn impressive. Wallace's ball across. Norman Millington wraps up, in theory, the game for us. We'll just make another substitution now because we need to... Miguel Lopez Sousa is looking knackered. I don't like to change defenders now, but he's going to have to come off. Just for the sake of his... You know, don't want to get him injured. I think with 13 minutes to go, we're dominating the match. Griffiths is looking a bit knackered, so we'll probably get... Basto makes it 2-0 to Man United. And we'll bring on Lucarelli. He needs to get some match fitness back, so just a few little minutes towards the end of this game will do nicely. And I think that's going to do it for us, guys. I think we're actually going to win away at Huddersfield. We've done really well today. This is more like the sort of performances we were putting in earlier in the season. Stoke probably will end up falling just short of getting in the Champions League, but frankly, that's a shame because they've been so good this year. I've been massively impressed with the way Stoke have played. I mean, they may have lost at home to us, but they also beat us away, so it's been a hell of a battle between us and Stoke, and it's been fun. Uh-oh. Well, I think even if they did score now, which would be a shame, they wouldn't have time to get another one. Get across. Oh, that's poor. Don't let Kane score. Oh, belting save. Oh, come on. Harry Kane plays for Huddersfield. That was disappointing. Martinez made an absolutely brilliant save, and then the defenders failed to actually just clear their lines. Come on, there's 5 of you. Look at the amount of defenders there are. Oh, what a joke. There's 5 defenders there, and not one of them could just swing a leg at it and clear it. And, well, it looks like we are going to finish this game with a Musonda free kick bouncing down, and that should do it for us, surely. And there we go. Huddersfield 1, Pompey 2, and Pompey are in the Champions League. Would you believe it? So, I'm hoping to get the confirmation through of that in a second. We are now 7 points clear of Stoke City, 10 of Chelsea, but they do have 2 games in hand. But it won't make any difference because they can't catch us. We've come 3rd in the Premier League. Well, actually, we can technically come 2nd still. Just seems a little unlikely. We're only 6 points off the top, which is really pretty impressive. Like, only 6 defeats this season. And away from home, I think we've probably been even better. I'm trying to think how many away defeats we've actually had this year. It's not been many. And that actually relegated Huddersfield, which was a shame. But you need to do it all. We've got budgets here too, so you'll get to see what we're going to get for next year. So we've qualified for the Champions League, and that means, I believe, as far as I know, unless anything's changed, that means we go straight into the group stage. Let's see the budget. And 27 million. I'm a little bit disappointed in that, actually. That's about the same as we got last year. Yet we're in the Champions League this year, and we got 93 million pounds worth of profit. Maybe that'll improve once we get some Champions League money through. I don't know. That's yeah. Disappointing. Oh, United won the title as well. That was really, really strange. But there you go. Kieran Griffiths, again, was the hero for us in this one, for me anyway. He got the ball rolling towards the net and into it. So, there we go. In our next game, in our next episode, we will be doing the Tottenham home game. I'm going to try and put a full strength side out, because why the hell not? We're not going to do silliness. We're going to try and get as many points as possible. I hope. And then we're going to go and do our sort of where are they now, plus a squad report in that episode, so I look forward to that. And we'll talk about plans for what we're going to try and do next season, who we're going to move on, etc, etc, etc. So, if you like what you've seen, and we've qualified for the fucking Champions League, then please feel free to drop a like on this video, and if you'd like to even more than that, please feel free to subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock, and I will see you guys in the next episode for the Spurs game, and just a celebration time. If I could license the celebration music, I would put that in right now, but I can't. So, see you guys then. Bye.